Hi, I'm Lynn Gibney, AccuQuilt's Chief Brand and Product Officer, and I want to welcome all of you to our launch party today. We've got an exciting new exclusive die-to-try die to reveal to you. AccuQuilt is always focused on developing innovative products that our customers will love. So in the Die to Try series, we reveal a new die that is only available for a limited time. I can't wait for you to see this month's Die to Try. So let me quickly introduce you to your hosts for today, Pam and Erica.
Hi,
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm
Hello.
so excited about this die.
Oh my goodness, this has been a while coming.
This die, I am so excited ever since we started talking about it.
Oh, me too. We cannot wait to show you how to take this highly requested, our #1 most highly requested
That's
Bob
right.
die, to make a traditional block, but make it the modern AccuQuilt way.
All right, at AccuQuilt, we want everyone to experience the joy of quilting. That's why we've been working hard to inspire quilters everywhere with our innovative new products that make cutting fabric fast, easy, accurate, and safe.
That's right. All right, quilters, let's get this die to try launch party started.
That is right. Now, as always, we planned a lot of fun for you today. We've got great prizes, exciting project ideas, an inspirational trunk show, and special offers available only today.
All right, Pam and Erica, I'm going to leave the big reveal up
Okay.
to you, and I'm going to go greet a special visitor who's joining this party in a little bit. Have a great show.
All right,
Thanks,
we'll see you
Lynn.
back when it comes to the trunk show.
Okay, I know who she's greeting. I can hardly wait.
I know, and she designed one of our projects.
She did. It's going to be really fun.
So fun.
All right. Well, let's not wait any longer to
No.
see our new die. So June's Die to Try Die of the Month is a block on board or a bob die.
It's a traditional block that feels so modern to me. You know, I'm a big modern quilter.
Yes.
It really has become one of my favorites already. It is the Go Pickle Dish. Oh, quilters. Now, Eric and I have actually been working with this die for the last several months.
Yes.
And we have found that this die has been so inspiring.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, it saves so much time over cutting it by hand. In fact, Pam and I did a little bit of a cutting challenge to show you just how much time you can save by using this die. So take a look.
Hi, quilters. I'm Pam.
And I'm Erica.
And we're here today to talk about our Go Pickle Dish die.
That's right.
I love this die. I love the concept of pickle dish. It's kind of an old-fashioned pattern.
Yep.
We have some really great new look for it to make it look more modern. The thing I love about this die is this is the block that it's going to make.
That's right.
Which is such a great, fun block. Now at AccuQuilt, Erica, we always tell our customers we can cut 90% faster than
right.
rotary cutters or scissors. So with this die, look at how cool this is. We gave you notches so you can cut and sew your pieces together. We built in that 1/4-inch seam. Everything is going to work together.
And there are a lot of pieces.
There are 35 of them. So our cutting challenge today is I am going to cut all of the shapes for the Go Pickle Dish block out of a die, and Erica,
I'm going to cut them with scissors.
now what I've done is I've taken cardstock and I've created templates for you,
Right.
so at least you have a good starting chance. So let's get started. That was
Okay.
so.
It was so fun
so
to
fun.
do. And this time you notice that Pam made me be the one cutting with scissors, but I brought my own. I brought good scissors.
You did. Good sewing scissors. You make sure going.
Those were the Karen K. Buckley scissors,
Karen
and they
K.
had nice
Buckley.
little points to cut those notches, and you know what? The die still cuts them better.
And she just gave up. Because truly, I'd cut all the
did.
35 pieces in like, I don't know, 35 seconds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I was still cutting.
Okay, so quilters, the amount of time you will save using this die is incredible. In fact, we already have a viewer, Barbara, who said she cut one pickle dish die by hand a few years ago, and she never
finished it.
Because why? It took too long, the pieces weren't perfect.
That's right.
Those kind of things, okay? So quilters.
Barbara, get the die.
Get the die. We're gonna save, you're gonna just save so much time. It's gonna be accurate every single time.
Every time.
Quilters, we have so many exciting ideas to share with you today. Erica, let's tell them how they can get one of these great new dies.
Oh, I think that's a good idea. All right, quilters, the Pickle Dish die is June's Die to Try Die of the Month. So today you can pre-order this fantastic die only at AccuQuilt.com.
That's right. And this die will ship to you later in June. Now, there is a limited quantity available.
Yes.
And you're definitely going to want to make sure you place your order today to take advantage of one of the two great deals we have.
That's right.
So we have two specials today. First up is our Go Pickle Dish die bundle. You'll get that Go Pickle Dish. It makes a 10-inch finished block and a Go 10 by 24 cutting mat. Now, normally this would cost $150, but if you purchase the bundle as a bundle today, you're going to spend $120. That's a savings of $30. And that means you get the mat completely free because you can use those mats more than once.
That's
quilters.
absolutely. Our second deal is the Go Pickle Dish and Setting Triangle bundle.
Okay, this is the one they want.
This is the one to get. So you're going to get the Go Pickle Dish, and like Pam mentioned, it finishes at 10 inch. So we're going to team it up with the Go Setting Triangle 10-inch finished, plus of course that 10 by 24 cutting mat. Now we're going to give this bundle to you for $200. That's a $60 savings, and those two dies are going to work perfectly together. So now because this bundle is over $150, that also means it will ship to you free if you live in the contiguous U.S.
Oh, there you go.
Now, quilters, we know you don't want to miss a minute of our show.
Right, because we're having a party.
You want to act fast to make sure that you get your hands on one of these new Pickle Dish dies, because really, it was our #1 most requested
Our #1 requested. Okay, and Erica, I have to tell you that when we said the Go Pickle Dish die, I was like, really? But you and I both tested it, and I love it.
Yeah,
I have made so many blocks so far. To get your order in during the show, you can use your phone's camera to capture the QR image. It will take you directly to those bundles.
Now, if you don't have access to a QR reader, you'll want to open a new tab in your browser. So go to the top of the page and click on the little plus sign. In that very top box, type in AccuQuilt.com/party, and you can see the bundles and place your order. That way, you're not going to miss a minute of our show.
Multitask quilters, we do it all the time.
There you go. Now, we know our dies and fabric cutters are an investment, so AccuQuilt offers fast and easy financing with installments or split pay options. For more information on financing through AccuQuilt, check out AccuQuilt.com/financing.
That's awesome. And okay, so Erica, now I wonder how many of our viewers knew that it was a pickle dish die, just from the little, we gave little
hints,
teasers.
the little teasers? I don't know.
I don't know. We love to see your finished projects, quilters. So when you get your pickle dish die, share them with you. And speaking of sharing things, one of our good favorite viewers, her name is Virginia.
Yes.
She lives in Oregon. It is her happy birthday. Happy birthday, Virginia.
Oh, happy birthday, Virginia.
All right, today's Die to Try launch, we've challenged 2 of our experts. Okay, now this is gonna be cool because one is gonna use a modern project and one is gonna use a traditional, because this block has been around for decades, hundreds of years.
Right, and we have seen such different looks from it.
Yes, okay.
All right, now first up, we're going to have Anita. Like many of our experts, her passion for quilting goes back to her childhood, and because of the time she spent with her grandmother, she will forever link quilting to storytelling.
Oh, I hope our grandkids say that. I think they will.
I think so. Anita's been using AccuQuilt for over 4 years now. I think she's addicted.
She is addicted. She's done so many amazing things.
For this challenge, she'll be creating a modern look using our new Pickle Dish die.
I really like that idea.
That's right.
Next, we have Tammy. She's an experienced quilter whose love of quilting started 40 years ago when she made her very first quilt for her baby daughter. Tammy has been using AccuQuilt since 2009, so like since almost the inception of AccuQuilt, and loves making memory quilts. We have challenged her to create a traditional piece for us today. So modern and traditional. I think it's going to be
traditional. All right. So Pam, do you know what a tradition is for us at our live events?
What's that, Erica?
That would be doing giveaways for quilters who registered for the live event.
You know what? You're absolutely right. In honor of our newest die to try, we're going to give away, count them, 4 Go Pickle Dish dies. That means 4 of our registered viewers will get a new die for free. Be sure and register for all of our events.
That's right. That's why you have to register. And besides that, we love sharing our new dies with our quilters.
We do. We do.
Okay, quilters, our first lucky winner of a Go Pickle Dish die is Sharon. Ooh.
There we go.
There was a teaser. Sharon E. from Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
All the Sharons were
holding their breath. Sorry.
All right. Congratulations, Sharon. Now, if you're not already, make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
We're on all sorts of things.
Oh, that's right. We love to share your stories, your quilts, and more. In fact, did you know that we share our behind the seams videos on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram?
Yeah, you can see all of our stuff and things there. Definitely, you don't want to miss out on those. Those are pretty funny.
They are pretty funny.
Scenes.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so speaking of behind the scenes, it's time to check out our ideas that our experts came up with. Anita, what do you have so far?
Good afternoon, Pam and Erica. Thanks for having me on the program today. I have to tell y'all, I am in love with this pickle dish die. One of the things that caught my attention was all the shapes on it. And the first shape that just drew my eye was shape A, and that's because it reminded me of a fish. A fish, you say? I know. So what I did was I cut out 2 shape A's and I sewed them together. I add me a little fin back here out of shape F, and I have my trout. Now I just stuffed him with some scraps I have and put a little catnip in it, and that's a great play toy for the cats. Now if you're not into fish, but perhaps you're still into the baby sharks, here's a baby shark made in the same way as the fish. I just added a fin and some flippers for him so he could get through the ocean. So there's so many things that you can make with this die other than the traditional pickle dish. And I'd like to show you one more that struck my eye, and it is what I did was I used a half of shape A, and the rest was my traditional pickle dish ring. And I envision making a cow with it. So look how darn cute this cow is. And what you do is you would make, like I said, half of shape A, and you would want it to equal out to be 10.5 inches, and then you sew that to your traditional, half of your traditional pickle ring, and there you go. You have a portion of the block ready to create your cow. And I just love this. Wouldn't that look good as a wall hanging with one of the barn quilts we did a few weeks ago in a room? Now, this is another one that I mocked up with the Q8. And we have our rings here and then half of the pickle ring block. And this one looks stunning. If you want to incorporate another die with it, the Mariner's Compass in the middle and some large sashing around it. And then again, I'm making use of those half pickle rings and the full pickle ring. And this is probably my favorite. I paired it up with our Glorified 9 patch. And I like this, and one reason it pairs up so well, I think, is because of shape D here. Now shape D is arched, just like shape A of the pickle dish. And so it plays really well together. Now this is one of my favorite ones here because you also, using your half pickle ring, you have a loop-de-loop in it, and that just brings out these corners amazingly. So, a lot of good ideas, but I have something different working for you guys. So check back with me in a few minutes, and I will have my final project ready.
right?
In a minute. Okay,
Okay.
so I love her ideas.
Yes.
The whole
cow
thing.
Oh, so amazing.
Okay.
But how she was using it in the corners with that little loop as like a border treatment, genius. Absolutely genius.
Okay, now Erica, before we talk about voting here in a
Yes.
second, okay, we're getting questions about what's the difference between the Go Pickle Dish block and the Go Wedding Ring,
So we wanted to talk to you just a little bit about that.
because there's a die for all of them.
There is. Now, the first thing is, which I think is a really interesting fact, is that the double wedding ring actually came later than the pickle dish.
It did.
The pickle dish actually was developed prior to double wedding ring.
Right.
Okay.
So hold that block right here.
So you can see these arcs are pieced with the triangle shape.
They look like teeth.
They look
I
like
love
teeth.
them. Whereas the arc in the double wedding ring are squares, or
Right.
kind of a variation of squares.
And we actually have 2 different AccuQuilt dies to do the double wedding ring. Here, I'll hold this one up so we can see the contrast
Right.
between the 2. So
There we go.
This is the first one that we came out with. It's a 2-die set, and it will fit in either a Go or a Go Big.
Correct.
This is a little bit more elliptical. You can see it's a little stylized. It's a little bit more modern feel on
Right.
it. And this die makes an 11.5-inch arc, or
Right.
block,
Right.
round block. And then the interesting thing, this one actually gives you the option of a not doing the pieced arc, but having
Right.
just a solid piece.
Right, so you could do both. And this is our Go Big version. Now, both of these are what we call bob dies, which are block on boards, which means all the pieces you need to complete one block are on the die board.
Right.
So when we talk about pickle dish, it's a bob die. All the pieces you
Right.
need to make it are on one die board. Now, this makes a 12.5-inch finished
Right.
double wedding ring. It's only going to fit in your Go Big electric fabric cutter.
Yes.
If you have a cutter that has a handle, this will not fit there.
And again, it is made with more like chunks or squares versus the triangles that we have
Right.
on the pickle dish.
Right.
And it is bigger, and it is a little bit more what I would call a traditional shape.
is,
It's
very
more
much so.
rounded than
Right.
this one is, which to me is a little bit more modern
It
take
is.
on it.
Okay, so that's the difference. So here's the wedding ring, and then here is pickle dish.
There you go.
All right, so those are the 2. That's a great question from our
It
viewers.
is a great question. We were getting it a lot, so we wanted to be sure and clear that up for you. We're
Okay.
going to talk about our little pickle dish here a little bit more, but we wanted to really lay that out. So really 3 very different dies. You're going to want all 3.
Yes, there's a die for all of them. Okay, why would you cut those pieces by hand?
Oh, my
Oh my
goodness
word, it would
gracious.
take you so long. Ask Erica, she even had good
I
scissors.
had to do it with
All
good
right,
scissors.
Quilters, a little later, we're going to ask you to vote on your favorite experts project, so don't miss out for their final reveal. All right, now let's take a closer look at the Go Pickle Dish die. Look at this, Erica. I have one right here.
Imagine that, Pam.
Imagine that. I just dropped my
Okay.
fabric, but we'll get it
We'll
here.
get it here.
All
Okay.
right.
So we're going to talk about how to put that together.
We are. We're going to talk about how to lay all
I'm
the
gonna-
fabric.
We're going to talk
okay?
about this later, but this is for fabric.
Yes. All right. So here we go. So here is our Go Pickle Dish die. It comes on a 10 by 24 die board, so it will fit through our Go fabric cutter,
Right.
our Go Big fabric cutter,
Right.
and even our studio cutter with the appropriate adapter.
That's right.
Okay. Now, a couple of things you're going to notice, first of all, is we have screen printed all the letters. This is so you can keep track of your pieces.
Yes, it is. And it's helpful. It really is.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And notice there are curves. Don't be scared of curves, because we've added notches right here.
Those
So
notches are so invaluable.
Yeah.
And trust me, that's what slowed me down with my scissor cutting,
Right.
were all those notches. And
Right.
I had really good, sharp, pointy scissors.
Yeah, and you need to have those notches so those pieces line up together. Now, this makes a 10-inch finished block, so it will work with your 10-inch cube, right?
Yep.
Because those blocks finish to 10 inches.
Your 10-inch setting triangles.
Yes, because then you can turn those blocks on point,
And
that
they're
makes
so
me
gorgeous.
happy. All right. Now, this block has to be sewn in a very specific order.
That's right.
We practiced.
We
We
did.
know.
We
We're
did.
also going to tell you that you want to make a test block.
Yes.
And
yeah,
practice sewing it
yeah.
together, all
We
right?
always say that. We
Yeah.
always say that. We actually did a whole video
We did.
on how to put this block together. If you ever need a reference, it's on YouTube. So you can totally pull it up and watch us put
Right.
that block together
Right.
as many times as you want.
All right, so let's lay out some fabric and we're gonna cut
Okay.
some pieces because we can.
But it really isn't a hard block. You
No.
just have to follow the directions. And I realize that's hard for some of us because I'm notorious for
Right.
not doing that.
So it's kind of separated by color right here.
Oh, I
These
jumped.
shapes are white. These are the teeth that are the colors, different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in your quilting head, you're gonna think, why is there an F and why are there an E? They're the same shape. They are not. E's are smaller than F's.
Yes.
And then a D and a DR, that's gonna finish
Those go on the ends.
right here, right? So here's D and DR.
Yep.
They're those little half triangles. Shape A is like a football. All right, and shape B's are the corners.
Shape B are the corners.
So we only need 2 corners and we need 1 football.
Right.
And then what I did, Erica, for this is that you want to lay that lengthwise green down. I cut a square, all right? Because then I can just fold it in half.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, then you can just have some extra fabric. And what I did is I measured from here to here,
Okay.
added a 1/4 inch on the side, cut my pieces for my white, and then look at this yummy, yummy fabric.
I know, it's so bright and pretty.
It's so pretty. In my little quilting
Think
head,
about
it just
using
makes...
scraps with this.
You could totally bust up your stash. Okay, you could make it Halloween.
Ooh,
Or you
yeah.
could make it, I don't know, fall. Fall would be pretty, or 4th of July. All right? Do we have a
All
map?
right.
Oh, we do. Look, right here, there's a
Because
map. as
nothing
well.
happens without a map,
Nothing
right?
happens without a map.
All right.
So I'm going to use my Go Big electric fabric cutter today. Remember, it'll fit in our Go and our Go Big. Oh, Erica, do you remember this when I was using a cutter and you were cutting by hand?
Yes, I do remember it, Pam. And it took me a lot longer than you, Pam.
It did. I think I chose wisely.
You
I know.
did. You did. See, this was my payback because you
I
cut
had to
by
cut the
hand the one
basket of
before. I
lilies.
even brought good scissors. They were really good scissors too. It's just slower. And you want to get those dog ears. You know, the die does
Right.
those engineered dog ears for you just perfectly.
All right, we're gonna take this off and then we're gonna talk to our special guest. So
Okay.
we're gonna give a little love because static is built up. It is so humid here
It
in the
really
Dream
is.
Studio today. We're gonna slide this mat off, don't lift,
Okay.
and then we're just gonna peel back the pieces.
Because as Pam tells us, it's not a Band-Aid. You
not a
don't have to rip
Band-Aid.
it off.
Just take them back, okay? Okay,
Do, do, do.
I do like this.
You know, it's so lonely when I have to do this by myself at home.
I know. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, so we've cut our pieces. We'll come back and show you how to put them in just a minute. But first, we have a special guest.
We do. Quilters, a very special guest. In today's show, we will be chatting with Heidi Pridemore.
That's right. Heidi is an accomplished designer. Okay, she's the best title. She is the Chief Imagination Officer
Yes.
at the Whimsical Workshop.
We love
We
that.
should have a title at the Whimsical Workshop.
Whimsical Workshop.
They specialize in bright, fun quilt patterns, fabric kits, and more. She has created her own line of quilt patterns and designed fabric, which reflects her bright, whimsical style.
That's right. She has done a lot. In fact, we have the quilt that she made and designed with the Pickle Dish right here, and we love it. It's called Go Pennant Mania Wall Hanging.
Look at this one.
And Heidi designed this for us. Heidi, we love this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I'm a big modern quilter, so thank you for making it in modern colors, okay? And Heidi, you've been designing quilts since 2015, right? And
I've been designing since 2000.
so a long time, all right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about this particular design. How did you find inspiration for your designs, especially this one? Because this one is just
Leave it
stunning.
open. It's pretty.
Well, when the die shows up on my screen, I saw it and I was like, oh, this is just a really fun, very old-fashioned block.
Right.
Right.
I wanted to give it a fresh, new, modern twist. Every time I look at your dies, I'm like, okay, there's the easy, low-hanging fruit, and then there's what else can we do with it? And this was kind of one of those. It's like, what else can we do with this block to really make it stand out?
Oh, I just think it's stunning.
We just love
Thank
that,
you.
Heidi.
I love it. And so did you choose these particular colors? Did they remind you of something, or did you just choose the bright colors that you liked?
Whenever I'm doing a pattern for AccuQuilt, I try to pick fabrics that are going to be something that other people can mimic. So if somebody wants to make that quilt exactly like that, I don't want to use a really pretty signature fabric that people can't get their hands on. And black with primary colors has always been a real soft spot for me. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
thought
we
that was a nice
love
combo
it.
for this.
We
Yeah.
love it. It really makes the design pop, and you teamed it up with a shape from our cube companion angles.
Yes,
so
the corners.
fun.
The corners.
Yes.
And we noticed, Heidi, that the quilting on it was pretty simple. Why did you decide to do that? It's pretty much in the ditch.
Well, when we, first of all, I use a long armor to quilt, so I didn't quilt this one myself, but the pattern in the quilt itself has got so much going on. We really just wanted to make those shapes pop out. It didn't need more busyness added to it, so we kept it clean and simple.
Now, in a couple of weeks, this is actually the project that we're going to make on our AccuQuilt Live. We're going to cut and sew one of these blocks to make this project. Because don't you think it's such an easy project? You could make it probably in a weekend, you know, just a great...
Yeah, definitely. The dye just makes it 100 times easier. I've made tons of quilts, but I probably wouldn't approach that block without the dye.
Right.
So, you know,
Right.
it gets the professional seal of approval because it definitely makes the job very easy.
Oh, I
And
love
a great
that.
beginner quilt, don't you think? I mean, just because you only have to make 4 of those
You know,
little
it's
blocks.
just the 4.
Right.
It'd be your great first project with your die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the other thing we consider when we're designing patterns for you is it's a project that people are going to hopefully do first. So we don't want to make it this huge complex project. We want to make
Right.
it fun, easy, and accessible.
Oh, that's
Wonderful.
great. Heidi, thank you so much for joining us and
Oh,
taking your
thank you
time
for asking.
today.
Yeah.
We love hearing about your process. We love your designs. Now, quilters,
Thank you.
can find so many of Heidi's patterns available as free downloads that she's done for us at AccuQuilt.com. So be sure to go and check them out. Heidi, again, thank you for coming.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun to have her here. I wonder what whimsical workshop project she's working on
I
today.
don't know, but
I
I
don't
want to
think
be
she-
like an adjunct member. We could be like the Omaha members of the whimsical workshop.
Totally, we got to work on that. We got to
Yeah.
work on that. That's wonderful. And I just love the idea that she wants to think outside the box, right?
Yes,
Because,
yeah.
you know, it's a traditional pattern. We're going to use
Just
traditional
not
colors.
do the easy thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
All right, so for anyone who is just joining us today, listen, we have the Go Pickle Dish die, and we have 2 bundles for you today. Until midnight Central Time, we're offering you the chance to order 2 different pre-order bundles that will ship in June. The first is our Go Pickle Dish die bundle. You'll get our Go Pickle Dish, which finishes to a 10-inch finished block, and a Go 10 by 24 cutting mat. Normally, this would cost $150. Purchase this bundle today, and you will only spend $120, a savings of $30. That means you get the mat completely free.
That's right. But our second deal is even better.
This is the one you want.
This is for the Go Setting Triangle and Pickle Dish bundle.
Yes.
So you're going to get our new Pickle Dish die, but you're also going to get that Setting Triangle die, plus, of course, your 10 by 24 mat.
Right.
We're going to give you this bundle for $200. It's a $60 savings. And you can use your new Setting Triangle, again, with this Pickle Dish or any other 10-inch finished block.
Right.
Now, remember, this bundle will be shipped to you for free if you live in the contiguous U.S. So remember, this pre-order deal is special and it ends today. So you'll want to act fast to make sure you get one of these traditional block dies that you can make look so modern.
So think about it, 10-inch blocks, so you could use your 10-inch cube.
Yep.
Turn those points, blocks on point. The pineapple block
The
is
pineapple, that's
is
a
10-inch
10-inch,
block.
yeah.
All of those, because of those setting triangles, you can
Oh
now
yeah,
turn
you're
them on
really
point.
going to want that.
Yeah.
All right, now we are in our giving mood,
Yes.
and some partners wanted to help us make this a great party. So our friends at FIGO provided a selection of lovely fabric for us that we would love to keep, but we're going to give it away to you instead.
We tried to keep it.
We did.
Okay,
So-
but look at this. It has like
It's
musical
fun.
things on it.
Yes.
Like banjos and pianos
So
and
fun.
French horns. Did
Yes.
you play musical instrument besides your voice?
Didn't, but my girls both played French horn.
Oh, Mason played the violin. There's nothing worse than a second grader learning how to play the violin. Okay.
All right, well, the winner of this beautiful musical fabric is Margaret B. from Fredericktown, Ohio.
Congratulations, Margaret. Thanks for registering today.
Have fun with that.
We'd love to see your finished projects. You can share them with us on our Facebook page. All right, let's check in with our next expert, Tammy. What are you working on?
Hey Pam, hey Erica, it's great to be back with you girls today. I had a great time playing with the Pickle Dish. Now I would have never tried this on my own because I don't like curved seams and cutting up 10,000 triangles is a bit much for me, but this die board made it so simple. So as some of you may know, I use painter's tape to mark off my, to block off my blocks so that I know what colors go where. I also use little sticky notes to tell me what color goes where. So maybe these are the lights and the darks, and I need 2 of this for every block. So I mark up my board with sticky notes and painter's tape. So I was back in Louisiana this summer, and my dear friend gave me this book, and it is The Romance of the Patchwork Quilt in America, published in 1932, and the Pickle Dish is all over in this book. And I love reading historic information about quilting. So she also gifted me some feed sacks, and this is the block I made out of the feed sack, and it is just beautiful. I used a central piece of fabric, you can see on the inside here, so it gave my eye a place to rest, but all of the outside is all scrapped. Now I also went to the thrift shop and found an old dress. So this is a repurposed dress. I used the dress for the background, the inside of the Pickle Dish, and then the accents on this dress, I used it for the, I don't know what we want to call these, the teeth of the Pickle Dish, but it went together so nicely. This truly was a lot of fun to make. But then I got looking at the board, I'm like, what else do we have on this board? Well, y'all know we've got the orange peel die, right? Well, now we have a small and a large. How much fun is this gonna be? So I do love to applique. So I used the interfacing method to create my appliques. So if you want to know how to do this, there's all kinds of YouTubes on how to use your interfacing. And I created this beautiful piece of applique so that it got rid of all of my notches, and I can just sit down and hand sew this on alongside of my small pieces, and I can create some beautiful flowers with that. Well, I love to use up my scraps, and I love to play in borders. So I used all of these small triangles, so this is piece E, to create a really beautiful border, and I added a 1.5 inch strip down each side. So I can use this down the side of one of my quilts, and I can accent my borders with all of the pieces that are inside of the quilt. So there's a lot of uses that you can get out of this one Pickle Dish die. So I'm gonna go finish up on my final project, and I'll be back with you in just a minute to share it with you.
Okay, I really like the idea of upcycling, right?
So many great ideas. I love how she's working with that orange peel shape.
Yes, yes.
Using it a different way. That's going to be really interesting to see.
And you can always use painter tapes on our die because you can pull them off.
Yeah, she's got great tips. She's
Yeah.
full of great ideas.
Good ideas.
All right. Well, Pam, it's that time. We should give away another die.
We should.
Okay.
All right, who won this time, Erica?
All right, our next lucky winner of a Pickle Dish die is Julie G. from Paris, Kentucky.
There. Way to start with
Thought
a
I
good
had
lead.
you there, right?
There we go. All right, now we have all of our pieces cut for the die. So let's show you how to piece it together. But first, let's talk real quick, Erica, about what is a die to try.
Right, so we talk about it, and if you haven't seen it, you don't know what, this is our monthly trial die program. So this is kind of like a test program.
It is a test program.
You know, like when they test out new flavors of chips.
Right, or ice cream.
Or ice cream, or,
Right.
or soda, or something like that. So this is something that we test. So we keep it limited. We only get a limited number. So we
Right.
don't have enough, say, to have them in all of our retailers around the country, because we just have a limited number, because some of them are more complex. This
Right.
is a more complex. They've got more pieces maybe than a lot of quilters
Right.
have worked with before, or maybe they're a little bit more challenging than a lot of our quilters have tried, or
Right.
we don't know how popular a design is.
Right.
But if something makes it through this, like
Right.
say, you may have noticed some of them when they go away, like when the flamingo went away, you had
Right.
an opportunity to kind of vote
Right.
and let your voice be heard. So we're going to be listening to quilters as we go, and if they make it through this stage, then you'll probably see it come back, right?
Right, yeah. So our Die to Try program, limited time, limited supplies.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
All right, so let's show you how we're going to make
And
one
if
of
they
these
come back, then you'll be able to find them everywhere.
Then you'll find
you
them
can
all the
find them at your
places.
local retailer.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're trying it out. So we've got some fun resources that we've put together for
Right.
you. And a lot of times people don't know,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
move
you
this
get
here.
into, it's like with any other website, you get into looking for things, you find what you need, and you move on, and you maybe don't notice new things. So we
Right.
wanted to share this. So this is a sheet, and it's a little hard to see.
We're going to
on
move
the
it right here,
camera.
and we're going to let Joe get really close into it.
But this is called what we call a SKU sheet or an SKU sheet. But what it really is your map on how to make this block, okay? So we've got the pieces. They've got the screen printed letters.
Right.
Remember, here they are right here. And then we've got how to lay your fabric. So it's got very detailed cutting instructions for you as well.
Right. And we tested these, you and I.
Right.
We tested
And you're
these.
going to
We
find
know.
this on the product page on AccuQuilt.com's website, and you can download it and print it out for yourself.
Right. Now remember, this is one of these dies that you have to very specifically sew the pieces together in a
Yes.
specific order.
Yes.
We know this from experience.
That's right.
Okay. So we're going to start here, and we're going to start right here. So this is that shape E, right? And here's F, so it's going to tell you to sew two of those together.
That's right.
Okay. And then you're going to create a smaller arch. And Erica, I found myself like pressing my seams open so they laid flat together.
Because
okay?
you're going to have a lot of bulk built up here,
Right.
and you're just going to get nicer, flatter seams. So
Right.
then we're making that arc. See, it's starting to make the turn.
Right.
And you've got your notches. You can see those notches on either side.
Right. And we built in that 1/4-inch seam allowance. So once you sew all of those pieces together, then now look, you get this beautiful arc. And then this is going to be shape D, and this is DR because this is your right hand.
That's right.
That's how I remember.
That's right.
Okay. So this is going to show you how to do it. Now, here's where you got to pay attention. Then to this piece, you're going to sew this arc. Okay. Now, Erica, you want to talk about pinning it and using all of those pins?
So, yes, you do want to use those pins. And we talk about keeping your smile on top. And what that means is when you take this to your sewing machine, you're going to want this piece on the top. So I would start
Look,
by lining this up.
I have a pin cushion.
Imagine that.
There's a die for that.
There is. And pinning at the notches,
Yes.
okay?
And because we've cut on that lengthwise grain, it's going to work together just
It
beautifully.
is going to go together really well. And you may get to the point where you don't even pin all these notches, but I would on my test block.
Right.
But seriously, look how well this is going to line up. Now, as you sew this, like with any curve, just keep in mind that you're not, let it kind of go on its own. You're the guide, okay?
Right.
You're the guide. You're guiding that top piece. It's all going to come together way easier than you think.
I know you're all stressed about it, don't be.
Don't be stressed. And if you get to a point where you feel like you've got a little bulk built up, just make sure you stop. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes.
So you make sure you stop and just pick up your presser foot a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it will come together
And then it's
beautifully.
going to come together. And
See,
as you
all
go,
of you were all stressed because you thought this is not going to fit there. But
and there
look,
it is.
Ta-da,
There it is. And the other thing, another tip, you might want to use a stiletto, or I've been known
Right.
to grab my seam ripper or whatever, just to make sure that this very tail end all comes together and is even at the end.
Right.
Okay?
Yep. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sew it and you're going to press it away.
You're going to press that away, and it's
Yep.
going to want to do that for you. So don't worry about it.
Right. Now, then the next step is once we've done that, we're going to then to one side add that football shape. And we're going to do exactly what Erica did just now.
Yep.
We're going to pin it. We're going to sew it. Now, in your quilting head, you think you're going to make two of these sections and sew them together.
Right.
That is not true, all right?
That's
so
right.
what you're going to end up doing is, we'll show you here on the finished block,
Yep.
is that you're going to sew, so here's that one section with the arc, yep, and the football,
Yep.
and the outer arc. Then this piece here, you're going to sew the arc to the outer arc to the inner arc, and then you're going to add those green pieces.
The green squares.
Yes. If you don't, then you're going to have to make Y seams, and you will be so cranky.
You don't want to do that.
And then it's going to line up beautifully, just like this. So make sure, and we're going to tell you always make a test block.
Right, and then once you've got these two on this piece,
Yes.
then you will sew this section
Yes.
to this section.
Yes.
And again, those are going to press out nicely.
Yep.
And you know, this sample was pressed to the one side. We pressed open.
We did.
It's
you can
just
do it either way you
whichever.
want.
I kind of like pressing them open.
Yeah.
But when you go to press these curves, they're going to press out way better than you think too, and be super easy. So
Yes.
that's the second page of that resource sheet that we were telling you about. You can download.
Right.
Now the third page is something brand new. This is the first die we've done it with, and
You
I
ready?
love it.
Ta-da!
Now,
This is
we've
your
got
idea.
a little glare. There we go. Joe's gonna. There we go.
Thank you, Joe.
Yes, it's
This
a
was your
coloring
idea.
sheet. You know why? So you can try out your different colors, but you can also use it to help you keep track of your pieces.
You can. You can.
And so that's going to be really helpful for you, not just with putting it together, but with laying it out.
Right, right. Now, you can also go, all of our dies have a free program called AccuQuilt.
Right,
That will
right.
allow you to change your colorway. But this one could allow you to change it completely different as well, those little coloring pages.
Yep. So just, it's a little bit lower tech version maybe
Yeah.
of that, but you're going to want to print out all three of these sheets. They're such great resources. And this is really going to help you then keep that right there at your sewing table with you so you don't
Right.
get your pieces confused.
So what I'd like to do, because this is a project Oakley wants to make, she calls it the monster teeth,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think it would be fun to have Oakley color this.
Oh, yes.
Right? And then just create an original block.
That'd be great.
Yeah. All right, so we have all sorts of things to help you, quilters.
Oh, that's right. And like we've said, it's going to play with other 10-inch dies.
Right.
Your 10-inch cube.
Yep, yep. All right, so make sure you can use your scraps, right? Because we can
Yes.
totally bust up your
Yep.
scraps with this.
Yep.
And the background, you can make it whatever you want. All right.
Whatever you want.
So
That's right.
quilters, are you as excited about this die as I am? This is a limited time offer, limited quantities of the Go Pickle Dish. We have two special pre-order deals for you today. Our first bundle includes the Go Pickle Dish die and a cutting mat for $120. In the second bundle, we're going to throw in that 10-inch Go setting triangles. This is the bundle you want, by the way, for
Yes.
$200. This pre-order deal ends at midnight Central Time. You want to act fast to get this time-saving classic die. And that's the thing, right? It's going to
Right.
cut fast. It's going to be accurate. You can make it in such a great
It's
time.
an amazing value. I mean, really, stop and think about it, quilters. How much is your time worth to you?
Right. We talk about
Okay.
that. We talk about our value there.
Trust me, as the one who was cutting with scissors,
Yes.
my time is more valuable than that. So
Right.
by cutting with the die, I'm able to do what I really like, which is the sewing part.
Right.
That was not any fun.
No, the sewing part, because I could just chain piece. It was
She
great.
was going to have way more fun than me.
Don't forget, quilters, we're going to ask you to vote on our experts' final projects. That's coming up real soon.
That's right. Okay, Pam, guess what?
What?
It's time to give away another Pickle Dish die.
I love it. I love it. Okay, who's our next winner?
All right, our next winner of a Go Pickle Dish die is Patty D. from West Richland, Washington.
Good job. Thanks for watching with us, Patty. Okay, I know where Richland is. Do you think West Richland is west of there?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, let's not wait any longer, right? Let's see what our experts have come up with. Anita, what do you have for us?
Hey ladies, welcome back. Well, I've just been having a blast here working with my new Pickle Dish die, and I am ready to show you my reveal. Now I use the Pickle Dish die and also my 6-inch cube companion angle set. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the rainbow dish. Now this is a quite large project for me this time. I went 78 by 80 and I wanted a more modern feel. So I used a lot of background fabric and I interspersed our pickle dish blocks here with some nice pattern florals and our kite blocks. And I just love the way this looks. And because I wanted it to be more modern, I did quilt it out with just horizontal lines. And I may be a bit partial, but I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I hope y'all enjoy it. And this has been a wonderful show. Thank y'all for having me.
Okay, she is a little impartial, but it was stunning.
But I love it. And you know what? Now that I've seen her final project, a tip she gave me makes more sense.
Okay, what's that?
So she said when she works on a project that has a lot of background fabric, which obviously that did,
Right, that negative space.
she uses the extra wide 108 wide fabric
Oh, that's
for her
so
background
smart.
fabric. We just think about using it for backing.
Right, and think of the different colorways. Like you could make it autumn, be super cool in Halloween or winter colors.
Yes, and how she teamed it up. She used a 6-inch companion with that, 10-inch die. I love it.
There's
That was
die for all
great.
of it. All right, this competition is going to get close. Tammy, what do you have for us?
Hey Pam, hey Erica, I'm back with my final project, and here you have it. I've named this Millie, and I am gifting this to a woman who lives in my mom's assisted living place, and she served our country in World War II. So here is my red, white, and blue Millie. I hope you love it.
Okay, that just makes my
It
heart
does,
so
it
happy.
does. Thank you, Millie.
Thank you, Millie, for your service. Thank you, Tammy, for making that. That's amazing. All right, quilters, you know our experts always give such great inspiration, and I don't know how our quilters are going to choose.
I don't either. Okay. Well, we are thankful, as always, we're not the ones doing the choosing.
All right, quilters, voting is now open. If you're watching via the registration link, the voting box is found in the chat section just below where you type.
That's right. If you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, just type your favorite into the comment section and we will tally them. Our tally team will
We have a
tally
tally
them
team, yes.
at the end of voting.
All right, if you're joining us a little late in the show, we've got 2 great pre-order deals on the Go Pickle Dish die.
That's right. Our first bundle includes the Go Pickle Dish die and cutting mat for just $120.
In that second bundle, you get everything that's in the first bundle, but we're going to add those 10-inch Go setting triangles for $200 total. You can make some fantastic on-point quilts using our new Go Pickle Dish die.
That's right. Now remember, this is a limited time offer. It's going to end at midnight Central Time, so make sure you take advantage of these great deals.
All right, let's keep this party going. Our good friends from Banyan Batiks provided us with this gorgeous fabric bundle to give away. And look, it's in greens,
for
like Pickle
pickles.
Dish. I love it. All right, the winner of this beautiful fabric is Carolyn R. from Frisco, Texas. Lucky duck.
Yes. Oh, have
Congratulations.
fun. Those are yummy batiks. We love batiks.
We do love
We just
batiks.
love fabric.
I was going to say,
All
we
right.
just love fabric.
So while everybody's getting their votes in on their favorite expert project, let's show off some of the amazing new quilts that we have made with our new Go Die to Try Pickle Dish. Lynn, come on back out and let's see what we've got.
And in case you forgot, all of our patterns are available as free downloads at AccuQuilt.com. That includes that great Go Pennant Mania wall hanging that we showed you earlier. So be sure to get your free pattern downloads before your die arrives. All right.
All right, here's the first one.
Here's the first one.
It's called Go Pickled Greens Throw Quilt.
Okay, I just love the title, and we'd seen pictures of it, but it is so much more stunning in person.
It is.
Yeah, so this quilt was designed by Gina Gempisaw from Gem Hill Quilts.
Excellent.
And these are FIGO fabrics.
Look at
Oh,
how pretty they are.
nice.
Good job, Gina. I love the colorway of this.
It kind of looks like waves.
Yeah, a little motion, little fish.
We've got nice motion with the quilting. I love that.
Great job.
So
Thanks,
you could do
Gina.
a lot with that, make it scrappy.
Oh,
if you wanted
yes.
to.
Yeah, and it's a nice size project.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one I think may be one of our favorites. It is the
Yes.
Burst of Sunshine Throw Quilt.
Okay, first of all, it's my favorite because I got to name it. Every now and then they let me name projects, so this is what it was. But Lynn, tell us about the colors.
All right, yes, and it's one
Oh,
of
perfect.
that.
Oh my gosh.
So the gray and the yellow, okay, I would say, Erica, I would not change anything about the colorway of this.
I wouldn't either.
just
I
think
love
it's
it just the
beautiful.
way it is.
And then Lynn, do you know what shape we used up here in the corner to make the diamonds?
it's from the 10-inch cube.
Yep, the companion angles. It's
Yep.
that triangle and a square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty.
And this quilt was designed by Marjorie Busby of
Hi,
Blue
Marjorie.
Feather Quilt Studio.
Oh, Marjorie.
Isn't that wonderful?
Absolutely
Beautiful.
stunner.
Marjorie has done some amazing quilts for us as well.
Yes.
We have such great designers.
do.
We do.
Oh, next up is this
Oh,
behind us.
okay.
I love this quilt, just stunning.
So this is the Go Plum Pickle wall hanging, or throw quilt.
Throw
Sorry.
quilt. There you go.
Yes.
And Lynn, who designed it for us?
This is Missy Shepler from Shepler Studios, Free Spirit Fabrics.
Oh, from our good friend Tula Pink. Look how pretty that is.
Love
And Lynn,
that
do you want to
solids.
highlight like the stippling that's between the blocks?
Yes, we've been kind of pointing this out on a couple of different quilts where this use of the really tight stippling design versus like a really simple, just really almost a stitch in the ditch around it, but it just really makes those pieces pop
It
off.
really does.
It's really pretty. It reminds me of baseballs. I feel like you could do it in white and red and make baseballs and have blue.
Now, see, I was seeing it like as a very traditional kind of layout in that center
Oh,
section,
yeah.
but it feels so modern because of it, the
The
whole
outside
square
edges.
being set on point with those outside edges and the use of the solids.
Right,
It's a
and then
great
that
job.
bright pink
That
binding.
bright pink just pops it.
So that's great.
I know I called it a wall hanging by mistake, but it does look stunning hanging on the wall.
It does,
It does.
actually.
All right.
And last, just because Lynn is here, we have to have a table runner.
Gotta have a table
This
runner.
is our Go Pickle Dish table runner.
Yes.
So this is what I would say, don't you think, Lynn, the first project, if you're new to AccuQuilt, new to setting triangles, this would be a great project.
Absolutely, yes. By
Yep.
turning give you lots of practice with the pickle dish, but by
Yep.
turning it on point, it's
Can
not.
So get the bundle with the setting triangles. You can
Yes.
make this. And again, the quilting is so outstanding on this. It's all straight lines. You could totally do this on your home machine. You don't
You
have
could.
to go find a long armor. But what I really like about it is how she used some different colored threads. Not all the time, just periodically. Like there's one green over here and then a gold clear over here. But in between, we've got lots of white. It's just really unique, and I love it.
And who is the designer here, Lynn?
This is also Missy Shepler from Shepler Studios, and
Missy,
this
great
is
job.
Yeah, we love these designs, and this is Timeless Treasures fabric.
Timeless
Oh,
Treasure
nice.
is beautiful.
Very nice.
And I love the autumn look on it. But again, you could make it for any season. Like you could make it spring or 4th of July,
Right.
Halloween.
yeah.
You know, there is that holiday.
Yeah, but I need a fall runner, so I'm just gonna keep this one
good
for
deal.
Just
me.
gonna take that, and there
You know,
she goes.
I feel like there's a stash somewhere at Lynn's
There
desk of all
is.
these table runners.
Or her dining room.
Or her dining room. All right, quilters, remember all of these patterns are available for you as a free downloadable at AccuQuilt.com. All right, it looks like they're still counting the votes Central Time. You can pre-order this exciting new die in either of today's bundles. The first deal is our Go Pickle Dish die bundle. You'll get that Go Pickle Dish. It makes a 10-inch finished block, a 10 by 24 cutting mat. Normally it would cost you $150, but purchase the bundle today, you'll spend $120, a savings of $30. That means you get that mat completely free.
That's right. Our second deal is the Go Pickle Dish and Setting Triangle bundle.
This is the bundle
This is
you
the
want.
bundle to get. It's got the Go Pickle Dish plus the Go Setting Triangles in the 10-inch size, the cutting mat that's 10 by 24, and we're going to give you this bundle to you for $200. That one's going to save you $60, which is twice as much.
Twice as much.
Twice as much.
We can do that math in our head.
Plus, don't forget, if you're within the contiguous U.S., this bundle will ship to you absolutely free. So be sure to take advantage of this great deal. Now, we know you don't want to miss a minute of the launch party, but we want to make sure you have your chance to get one of these bundles because we're hearing they are going quickly.
To get your order in now, use your phone's camera to capture the QR image displayed. It will take you directly to site so you can place your pre-order for your bundle.
That's right. And if you don't have access to a QR reader, you'll want to open a new tab in your browser. So go to the very top, click on the little plus sign. In that very top box, you'll want to type in AccuQuilt.com/party. You can see the bundles and place your order, and you won't miss a minute of the show.
Listen, you're quilters, you can multitask.
That's right.
Remember, the Go Pickle Dish die is the die to try for the month of June.
Right.
So what does that mean? It means you can pre-order it now. It's only available at AccuQuilt.com, and we have a limited number, so
Right.
until supplies
Right.
last.
This is our testing for them. That's why
Yes.
they're a limited number. Goes over really well, like we think maybe it will.
Yeah,
Who knows?
we can talk about it later.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
Don't forget, quilters, we have financing options. For more details, visit AccuQuilt.com/financing. We want everyone to know the joy of quilting with AccuQuilt.
All right, quilters, it's that time for our final giveaway.
Oh, one lucky winner. Okay, who is it this time, Erica?
The fourth and final lucky winner of a Go Pickle Dish die today is Sharon L. from Centerville, Ohio.
Congratulations, Sharon. I've been to Centerville and they have a great quilt shop there.
Oh, yes, they do.
They have a donut shop there as well.
Really?
All right, yeah, I know. Congratulations to all of our winners today. Hey, listen, share your finished projects with us. We'd love to see them. Now, quilters, if you're looking for more fun, be sure to join me tomorrow at 12 noon Central Time for AccuQuilt Live on our Facebook and YouTube platforms. We're going to look at the Go Big Bold Cozy Die.
Oh, fun.
We're going to give you ideas for Father's Day and some other ideas, and we're going to give you a great deal and have a whole lot of fun.
I heard about ice cream, too.
There's ice cream involved because bowl cozies, you know, we talk about how they keep things hot, but they keep things cold.
I may have to come.
I know.
And if you want even more AccuQuilt fun, then visit our blog. We cover everything there from organizational tips and tricks to project tutorials and everything in between. Be sure you've subscribed so you can be notified every time a new blog post goes live.
Eric and her team do a great job with our blog. All right, quilters, you ready? The time has come. The team has counted all of your votes. Did you have a favorite?
You know, this is hard.
It is so hard, okay? It's time to announce today's experts. Will it be Anita with her modern piece called Rainbow Dish?
They're not even telling
They're not
us
even
yet.
telling us
We
the
haven't even
sign up
seen
there.
it
They
yet.
just kind of flip it
They're
around.
like teasing us. Or is it going to be Tammy with her traditional quilt called Millie? Your vote has been counted, and it was decided that our winner is, oh, it's Tammy.
Oh, Tammy, there you go. Congratulations,
jumped. I was so
Tammy.
excited.
Oh, she did a great job.
Okay, this is what you all get for doing this to us and not
Yes.
showing it to us.
Yes. We don't ever know the winner. They're just a little whiteboard back there, and they just flip it around. Okay, but congratulations, because both of our quilters
They were
did
outstanding.
amazing
I love them
jobs.
both, and they were so different.
They were.
And I think really that's where you see the value in this die, because look at the completely different projects that they were able to make.
All right. It's time for us to wrap up our event. We hope you're as excited about the creative possibilities as we are with our new Go Pickle Dish die.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Now, be sure and join us again, right?
Next week, June 8th at 12 noon Central Time, a new trunk show series called Hometown Heroes. Now, this event will feature 6 of our dies to create all new project and designs and some great guests as well.
I'm excited about it. Plus, we have more secrets. And we can't share them with you right now, but keep checking our events page so you can register for all of events. That's how you win prizes. If you're not registered, there's no chance
Everybody
to win a
wants
prize.
to win. Now, if you're unfamiliar with AccuQuilt but considering getting one of our fabric cutters, stay after the credits and watch our videos breaking down each one. It'll help you make that decision.
Great idea, Erica. All right, quilters, on behalf of our entire live team, we'd like to thank you for joining us today. I hope you stop by next week for Hometown Heroes.
If you've been waiting for our show to end before you buy, now is the time. Here's the link right now. We want you to make sure you get your goodies before they're gone,
And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time.
so you can quilt more.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.